Hello, my name is Tom. I'm going to read you the story you're holding in your hands. Remember, when you hear the bell, it's time to turn the page. Story 5. Sharing and Kindness, I'm Learning to Share. At breakfast, Louv and her dad have an idea. Bake cookies for the to-do family. Louv loves to sing while she cooks. Dad says, careful not to spill the pan of milk. Louv tells her dad a joke before he puts on his uniform to work all night at the police station. Dad loves her jokes. He thinks Louv is really funny. Once he's dressed, Dad walks with Louv through the garden. They enter the forest. The to-do family lives in a giant sequoia tree. These trees are enormous. Louv and Dad knock on the door several times, but no one answers. They leave the cookies at the foot of the door, safe from the rain and wind. As they walk away, Louv hears a small noise behind her. It's Leo, the youngest in the family, who played with her a few days ago. Leo thanks her and gives her a cookie so they can eat together. It's the beginning of a beautiful friendship between them. Before heading home, Louv runs into her dad's arms. She says, I'm happy I got to share a moment with Leo and give those cookies to the to-do family. They're so kind. Before leaving for work, Dad gives Louv a big hug. He asks her to be good. That night, Louv jumps into bed, closes her eyes, and imagines an adventure with her dad, standing on a huge rock, lit by the moon and thousands of stars. Story 6. Careful listening, I'm learning to listen. After working all night, Tom, Louv's dad, had promised to take her on a big walk in the forest. At the bottom of the stairs, he waits while Louv finishes getting ready. Look, Louv, the moon is still in the sky. The sun will rise soon. We still have a few minutes to see the forest while it's dark. When it's dark, you have to follow the paths to avoid getting hurt, either by a prickly plant or a rock you can't see. Louv has fun howling to answer the morning birds. Dad thinks Louv has a beautiful voice, so he sings along with her. On the path in the middle of the forest, they cross a small wooden bridge. Below, the river flows gently and fish swim under their feet. Once on the other side, Louv wants to climb on an old fallen tree. That's when they spot a fox moving from bush to bush. This fox is very quiet. No one knows him well, so you have to be careful. In the village, they call him the Dawn Fox. Louv also finds flowers she has never seen before. Before going home with her ears perked up, she says to her dad, "Thank you for keeping your promise to take me to the other side of the river." Dad answers, "You should always keep your promises." That night in her bed, Louv thinks about all the wonderful adventures she has with her family and friends. She closes her eyes with a big smile. Story 7. Tolerance and Respect. I'm Learning to Live Together. Since you were little, Louv, you've often seen and talked with other wolves, brothers, sisters, cousins. But in the forest, there are also many other kinds of animals. Before starting his story, Tom reminds Elia that she's older than her cousin Louv and that she has to be careful when they play together. Elia loves playing with Louv. Around the shiny rock, Tom begins to tell how Louv discovered the animals of the forest. Lying inside an old log, Louv watched everything happening around her. She was curious and wanted to see it all. The first animals she saw were her cousins, who came to the party when we came home from the hospital after you were born. That day you said to me, "They have different shapes and colors. Are you sure they're part of our family?" I answered, "All wolves are unique." From her tree, Louv spotted Leo Todo, who was discovering the forest just like she was. He seemed small and fragile, yet he could run very fast. Then she saw a big head poke out of a fallen log. It was Basile Blairfort, a very, very strong badger, who was scared of everything. Above Basile was Russi, from the Noisetin family. He was tossing acorns onto Basile's head, laughing. In the middle of the river was Elior Brumaval. Dad told me he had lost his family a little before I was born. He looked sad and afraid. And that's the end of the story. In the forest, there are different animals with different shapes and colors. They also have different personalities, but they all live together in harmony. You should be kind to every one of them. Story 8. Following the rules, I'm learning to cross the street. This morning, Dad wants to teach Louv how to cross the crosswalk safely. On the ground, there are white stripes, like a zebra. A pedestrian is us when we walk on them. Louv watches her dad cross the crosswalk without saying a word. Louv tells her dad that she knows the two colors of the pedestrian light. Green means cross, red means wait. Dad smiles and says, "You know the rules well. But before crossing, you must always look twice to the right and twice to the left to make sure there are no cars." Dad suggests she try crossing by herself, following the traffic rules and his advice. Louv, very excited, says, "Yes." The light is green. Before crossing, Louv looks to the right, then to the left, and again to the right and to the left. The cars are stopped. Louv crosses and stops right in front of her dad. He kneels down and tells her he's very proud of her. Louv repeats the rules. We walk on the sidewalk. We cross on the white lines. We look at the light if there is one. And we look twice to the right and twice to the left before crossing. That night, Dad holds Louv in his arms. He's proud. She listened to the rules and crossed the street like a big girl. Well done, Louv. Have a good night. Join Louv and her dad for more adventures in the next books.